Well, Vice President Mike Pence and Democratic Senator Kamala Harris met for the first and only vice presidential debate of the 2020 campaign. It took place in Salt Lake City, Utah. 41 NBC anchor Shelby Coates talked with Dr. Chris Grant from Mercer University about last night's highs and lows.
Dr. Chris Grant is a political science professor and the department chair of political science at Mercer University. And my first question for you is, do you think, or what do you think voters gained during last night's vice presidential debate?
Well, it was interesting. I thought that both candidates presented information that voters could use in assessing the tickets. I also thought that both candidates did not answer questions terribly accurately. There were some tactics that were used by both candidates. I thought that Senator Harris did a bit better on her tactics than Vice President Pence did. And from what I'm reading on social media today, Senator Harris did better overall in the nonverbal cues that she sent out to potential supporters than Vice President Pence did. But I thought both of them handled themselves professionally. I thought both of them were reasoned to a degree. I thought both of them made some statements that probably were not 100% accurate. And I think both of them gave some information to voters that was very useful.
In your opinion, what was the one high point and what was a low point?
For me personally, anytime we have public officials, elected officials, who will not agree to accept certified results of elections, and I'm not asking them to accept polling results or fraudulent results, I mean actually certified elections by secretaries of state, etc. That to me is always a low point. If the Trump-Pence ticket could not accept the Republican Secretary of State in Georgia, or many others like Florida or Arizona's Secretary of State, they're all Republicans. They cannot accept the certification of a Republican Secretary of State, then that to me is very problematic.
All right. What was the high point?
I thought the high point actually came from the Vice President when he gave a very thoughtful and warm response to Senator Harris about the compassion and the concern that the Biden-Harris ticket had shown the president during his COVID illness. I thought that was really classy on the Vice President's part, and I thought it was a nice tone for America. And really, to get to that last question where the young woman from Utah had asked about getting along, I thought that was a really nice place where he showed some commonality and some genuine concern, and I thought that was a good moment.
All right, my last question for you. Do you think there was a winner last night?
I don't think anybody moved the scales on how people were lining up. I think that Senator Harris certainly presented herself as a serious contender, someone who could aspire to be a president at some point, which I think is what she needed to do in the debate. I think Vice President Pence came off as reasonable and more in the line of what we have traditionally thought of as presidential. And so that probably was to the benefit of the Trump-Pence ticket. But I don't think there's really a winner. But I would also add, I don't think anybody lost.
All right, I'll take it. Thank you so much, Dr. Grant.
You're very welcome, Shelby.
And the next presidential debate is scheduled for October 15th. This morning, the Commission on Presidential Debates announced the debate would be virtual. We'll be right back.